Hi there, my name is Jonathan Ginsberg. I'm an Atlanta area Social Security disability attorney, and today I'd like to talk to you about evidence that is non-medical in nature that you can use in your Atlanta area Social Security disability claim that a lot of people don't use but can make a big difference in your case. And one of the things I like to do in this channel is find interesting information, things that you don't read elsewhere about Social Security disability and how to win your case. And one of the places I look for that are some of the blogs that I follow. One of the blogs that I read a good bit is, read in fact every day, Charles Hall, who's a disability attorney in North Carolina, has a great blog, and I'll link to it. Usually he posts every day, and there's usually just short things, maybe just a link to something, but there's always something useful in it. But on his blog, he's got a link to an ALJ discussion board, ALJ being an administrative law judge, and this is basically a place where administrative law judges, anonymously, they don't post their name, they can talk about issues that are relevant to them. And a lot of times they're talking about job postings or changes in benefits or things having to do with ALJ employment, but sometimes they get into substance and things, issues that they think that people are not doing that they should do. And there was one that kind of caught my eye, and this was on the ALJ discussion board a couple months ago. And this is written by a judge. This is written by a Social Security disability judge, and he was talking about sources of evidence, types of evidence that are very persuasive but people don't use. And of course, I want you to know about this. And I'm just going to read you some of what this judge wrote. He said, if the person is working, the claimant, person is working prior to the alleged onset date, meaning you're working before you became disabled, which really applies to most people, get work records showing attendance and performance. A person getting good performance reviews and having attendance records showing a decline from good attendance to frequent absences is good evidence to present. Further, if the person applied for FMLA, or family medical leave, get that documentation as well. More than once, I, the judge, have seen buried in some doctor's records that a person had FMLA paperwork filled out and was not later cleared to return to work. You, as the attorney or as the claimant, should submit that FMLA paperwork separately as a separate exhibit. Don't expect the judge to find it buried on page 250 of a bunch of medical records. It should be submitted directly. Any documentation further about an employer giving you accommodation, meaning the employer gave you a special sort of job circumstance, allowed you to not have to lift things or not have to carry things, or allowed you to have coworkers help you, any kind of accommodation like that is useful, because again, in disability, we're talking about competitive work, and certain accommodations get beyond competitive work. My observation, again, the judge talking, is that most people think that their Social Security disability file should be only containing medical records, or maybe a written statement or two from friends and family talking about the problems they have, what they can't do anymore. The crux of the matter, says the judge, is ability to work. And employment records are almost never obtained, but are extremely useful. And I couldn't agree with this more, because again, the main issue in your disability case is whether you have the capacity for work. And what better evidence can there be than information from a prior employer about your performance and a decline in performance, about your attendance, change in attendance, FMLA, showing that you had to take time off, information about special accommodations. All that stuff is very, very relevant. And I would add to that statements from former coworkers and supervisors talking about your decline in performance to the point where you needed help getting through the day, or that you needed to take excessive unscheduled breaks. All this evidence is really, really important, because it's from people who see you at work, and that's the main issue in your disability case. So if you have evidence to this effect about changes in performance or decline in attendance or FMLA or statements from coworkers and supervisors, former coworkers and supervisors, get that information for your attorney and let's get that submitted. I try to do this whenever I can possibly do it, whenever it's available. But again, I think a lot of folks don't do it. It's really, really important. And again, don't take my word for it. This is a judge who has nothing to gain from it making a statement on a public discussion board. So really, really important information. And if you can get this information, work records and such, go ahead and do that. Makes a big difference and can really make a difference between winning and losing your disability case. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you would give it a thumbs up on YouTube, like it on Facebook, subscribe to both my YouTube channel and the Ginsburg Law Facebook page. Leave me a comment. I always respond to comments. Let me know what you think. Have you had this experience? What has your work experience been like? Also, go to my webpage. It's ssdanswers.com/Atlanta. You can download, and it's delivered by email, my free Secrets to Winning Disability Survival Kit. A lot of great information there about winning disability. And if you're not already represented, and you'd like me to take a look at your case, I'm happy to do so. Again, you can reach me through the ssdanswers.com/Atlanta disability site, or call me at 770-393-4985. Again, my name is Jonathan Ginsburg. If I can be of help to you, I'm happy to do so. Thanks a lot. Hi, this is Jonathan Ginsburg, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you'd like to know more about how to win your Social Security disability case, I'd like to invite you to download my Secrets to Getting Approved Early Survival Kit that I created just for people like you. Currently, I'm making the Survival Kit available at no cost, and I encourage you to grab your copy now. Some of the topics I cover include: how do I know if I have a case? Is it the right time for me to file my claim? 9 common mistakes that can doom your case. The 3 must-have arguments you use to win your case. And a topic that every disability claimant wants to know: how to avoid trick questions from the judge. If you or a loved one need to win Social Security disability benefits, you'll find the Survival Kit essential reading. Download your Survival Kit right now and at no cost. Just visit ssdanswers.com/survival and sign up. It's that easy. Please act now. And as always, I wish you the best.